Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to BBallBreakdown. Exciting news coming up on Monday about our .com, so don't miss that big news. But also, if you haven't seen our off-foot finishes at the rim we shot the other day, check it out. It's a great tutorial on court with some really cool apparel by Point 3 where you can dry your hands literally on your shorts. Really cool stuff. Now let's talk about the Pacific Division, and we have ItalianSportsKing.com to contribute some information about the odds and how the Pacific Division shapes up if you want to put some money down. Perhaps the most valuable bet on the board at the moment, the Warriors can be found at 27-1 to win the NBA title and 12-1 to win the West. With the way their roster is constructed, with elite wing defenders in Iguodala and Thompson, plus superb rim protector in Bogut, should they make the finals, I would favor a healthy Warriors team against anybody in the East. They should maintain their elite defensive status, and their mediocre 12th ranking on offense from last year should improve under new coach Steve Kerr and his triangle motion weak hybrid. The Western Conference will be an all-out war, and the Warriors will be ready for the fight. The Clippers are 8.5-1 to win the title and 4.5-1 to win the West. And this is an awful bet in every sense of the word. Those odds are quite low, and I don't even believe this team is better than Golden State. In fact, the Warriors could have easily beaten the Clippers in the playoffs last year with a slightly healthy Bogut. While Chris Paul and Blake Griffin are an impossible matchup for anyone, their effort to get to the promised land might end up like almost every other Clipper ever made, at the bottom of the ocean. It will be a long year for Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. They are 70-1 to win the title, and while their 33-1 to win the West might remind Lakers fans of Kareem, their only hope is to invent a time machine for him. They lost Pau Gasol and signed Carlos Boozer, who can still give you 17-9 but zero defense, so save your money here. While they might teeter on respectability, the Lakers most surely will drown their playoff aspirations. Vegas odds makers are giving Phoenix very little respect. Their odds are at a high 100-1 to win the title and 45-1 to win the West. I love the way the Suns played under Jeff Hornacek last season and think they can make some serious noise this year. Eric Bledsoe is back and they added Isaiah Thomas, so their offense will be explosive. The only way they move up, though, is if they improve their 15th ranked defense, and it remains to be seen how this happens with their current roster. The experience gained from last season should help them improve on their overachievement, but a Western Conference title is not on the horizon. The Kings are 250-1 to win the title and 125-1 to win the West, which is tied with the Utah Jazz for highest odds in the league. There are some good pieces in DeMarcus Cousins and Rudy Gay, and head coach Mike Malone is instituting more of a read and react offense to go along with very solid defensive principles. Look for some improvement on last year's record, but they're still locked in the dungeon, far away from the tower. So there you have it, sports fans. Some really interesting stuff, and let's not forget, while the Clippers say that they could have easily beaten the Warriors earlier because of calls that went against them, well, the Warriors had a couple of bad calls that went against them too. With Bogut, I'm telling you, I think they would have pulled that one out. That said, the Clippers could have beaten the OKC as well had not Chris Paul had a couple of mistakes down in Game 5. So what we're saying is that the West is a complete bloodbath, and it's really, really tough to try and give a pick for any of these teams, but it makes it really exciting for me. Well, just stay tuned, lots more coming up, and if you haven't checked out Ben Dowsett's articles on our .com site, definitely do that. He's got another one coming up very soon about Russ and OKC's offense, so check that out. And don't forget, at BBallBreakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?